That sunset is so beautiful. You know, it almost makes you forget about all the problems with this game. Almost does. So, welcome back everybody. So, it is worth noting that I've already made an entire live stream about this. And the reason I'm even making a video about this in the first place is because the live stream was pretty limited of what I could actually say on there because of the fact that, well, I was on a time limit. And for this I'm not really on any kind of time limit. So, you know. But, also, the stream didn't really get much attention because it was a live stream. So, I thought I might as well make a video about the subject. So, GTA Online. It's a great game. I'd even go as far as to say it might be the best game I've ever actually played in my life. But no game is without its flaws. And right now, GTA 5 Online is going into a very deep hole. So, as you might be able to tell, something is definitely ruining this game. And I know people are going to be quick to say, oh, it's Take-Two, it's fucking Take-Two, man, it's Take-Two, it's Rockstar, it's all the Tryhards. That's not everything. Those are just factors into a larger problem. So, today, I'll be finally, hopefully, answering the question enough. What the hell happened to this game? Why is this game so much worse than it used to be? And how can we fix it? Hope you guys will enjoy this one. And now I understand that a lot of people have made videos like this, and you may be asking, like, what exactly is going to separate my video from everybody else's? Well, my video is going to be good. Let's do this, everybody. So, in order to understand what is ruining this game, we need to understand what actually made the game amazing and brought the game to its feet in the first place. And to do that, we need to go all the way back to day one, the first update to GTA 5 Online. And, well, there are certain categories of things that you'll notice whenever you look at those updates. The first thing that you'll definitely notice whenever you look at the updates one by one is how the prices have gone way the fuck up. So, I'll kind of demonstrate this now. This is going to probably blow your minds. So, here we are on the legendarymotorsport.net website on GTA Online. We got legendarymotorsport.net. So, if we scroll the whole way down here, you guys will notice this too. They actually are adding these cars by update, and if you don't sort anything, then they'll go by update in order. So here's all the cars that are added on day one. You can see like the Coil Voltic was added in the High Life update, but the topless one was added in the day one. I don't fucking know. That confused me the first time I saw it. But like the Infernus, the Carbon Desire, the Vaca, the NADXF, and the Adder. The Adder was the most expensive car in the game on day one at $1 million. It still is the same price today. So we get the first ever update to GTA 5 Online, the business update. And that added these three. And then we just kept getting updates that added 3 vehicles, or at least up to 4. With the Zentorno being the most expensive one in the High Life DLC. We also got like the lowriders and everything. But the first hypercar that cost over the Adder's price, Osiris. At 1.95. Then we got stuff like the T20 at 2.2. And finally we get up to here to Finance and Felony, which adds ridiculous stuff. We get 2 updates in a row that add ridiculous priced cars. FMJ at 1.75. Freaking XCD Proto 2.7 million. ProGen Tyrus 2.55 million. Emperor ETR1 1.995. The Lynx at 1.735. They just keep going up. And if we scroll up all the way to the fucking top here, all the way to the top, there's so many fucking cars, all the way to the top, we get to the F1 cars. Most expensive one being the PR4 at $3.515 million. And if we go down a little bit, we'll get to the SA Supersport Series, which added all this shit. You guys can see here, as these updates go up, the prices of hypercars, and it's not even just fucking hypercars either. We got a more stock cash and carry. Look at this, a fucking fire truck costing $3.295 million. And what the hell was that? Okay. Oh, that's Starling too? That's $2.7 million. I think that's well over the added price. But you guys can see here, like these prices, like for example, this Typon right here is one of the cars I just showed off. It was the $1.98 million car from the SA Super Sports Series. This car right here. Like, and now you might be asking yourself, well, these prices are so high, but are the vehicles worth the money? Unfortunately, some of them, no. No. Like, for example, the Flash GT, the Ford Focus RS, that cost like $1.6 million, which is ridiculous already, is not really that worth it. Same thing can be said for, like, the F1 cars. Like, the F1 cars are very much amazing with their handling, but their top speed is fucking 115 down the fucking highway. 115. That's not even the basic hypercar speed in this game. The basic hypercar speed in this game is 120 down the highway. That's basic hypercar speed. They don't even qualify for that, and they're costing more than every hypercar in the game. Like, it really is sad, honestly. It really is sad. It's amazing how Rockstar do this kind of shit. They add these ridiculous prices. But I'd be completely lying to you guys if I said that the prices was the only thing wrong with this game. Because those prices play into something else too. A certain S word that we all probably know by now. And that can be found on the pause menu here. If we go to the PlayStation Store, I hope you guys can see this. If we go on the shark cards, look at these prices for shark cards. $3 for 100K, $5 for 200K, $10 for 500K, $20 for 1.25 million, $50 for 3.5 million, and $100 for 8 million. So if we get out of that now, like, think about it for a second. You spend $100 on an $8 million shark card, right? What the hell can you buy with that? You can get this Typon, an overflow Tyrant for 2.515, and then what? Probably not even a fucking garage to store them all in. It's bullshit. But that's not the only problems with this game. Our next topic, of course, the T word, Tryhards. Tryhards are one of the biggest and most game-ruining things of GTA 5 Online. And why that is pretty damn simple. It's because tryhards just are general assholes, and they attack everybody in the game for no reason. And whose fault really is that? None other than our good old boy, none other than our good old buddies down at Rockstar. Because think about this for a second. I've gone over before how the prices and everything have gone up in the updates, right? Well, did I also mention that every single update, at least not recently, but for the longest time, it was every update that we were getting constant military shit over and over again. For, I think it was 5 updates, maybe 4. I'll kind of go over them all. So first, it was the community asking for one military update. They wanted something like Merryweather, but the online players would get it. So, what Rockstar gave us was the gun running update. And that added the first oppressor as well as explosive rounds. Okay? Then we got Smuggler's Run, which added all the military stuff with all the planes, which kind of balanced out the explosive rounds and the oppressor because they added aircraft that could take more explosive rounds, and they also added aircraft that could easily annihilate the Mark 1 oppressor. So we didn't have to worry too much about that, but also the aircraft were kind of a problem with their pricing, like the FH-1 Hunter costing like $4 million, but whatever, it is what it is. At least that's what I think that's kind of what the community thought. It is what it is. Then, oh man, we got one of the most game-ruining updates of all time. The Doomsday Heist. The Doomsday Heist. where do I start with this thing? We got the fucking Avenger, a aircraft that could take like 20 missiles that could dominate the ground. It is such an overpowered thing. Because you can put it in autopilot, go in the back, and then annihilate everything. The only real counter to it is either maybe a tank or the anti-aircraft trailer, and not everyone is guaranteed to have an anti-aircraft trailer because of how expensive it is. This leads to a whole bunch of problems. That's not even the worst thing that was added to Doomsday Heist. What was the worst thing that was added? The orbital cannon. Rockstar has recently fixed up the orbital cannon to make sure that it's not as overpowered as it used to be, but my god, this thing! It's a $900,000 because there was a hack back in the day that Tryhards and people would abuse on PC that basically caused people to explode on the map for legit no reason, and then Rockstar basically add that into the game as this orbital cannon. And every time you want to shoot it, it costs $750,000. Or $500,000 if you want to manually target it. It is truly sad and pathetic that this was even added to the game. And there was a glitch with it too. The glitch is the main problem, which was fixed recently. And the glitch was simple. You would shoot someone with it, and then immediately close the application, and then whenever you load it back in, you would still have all your money, and you would not have to wait any kind of cooldown. And people would just go through lobbies, orbital cannoning people for no reason, and they would just keep closing that app, keep closing that app. It was just ridiculous. So there was always that sense of paranoia, like, am I going to get orbital cannon for no reason out of nowhere? Like, you never knew. Because you never know when someone's in their facility. Well, I mean, you know when they're in the facility, but you don't know when they're on the orbital cannon in their fucking facility. And that's what people were kind of scared of. Like, honest to God, it was so bad. I'm glad that Rockstar has now fixed that shit up, but honestly, man, like, should not have happened. But finally, we got the update that officially broke the game. As if the orbital cannon wasn't game-ruining enough, Rockstar released the After Hours update, the Nightclub DLC. And what the hell did that add? The Oppressor Mark II. One of the most controversial and most hated vehicles in GTA 5 Online. Hated for good reason. It's the vehicle that Tryhards seem to use the most nowadays. It's getting ridiculous. And honestly, I don't know why Tryhards love this vehicle so much. Well, that's what people might be saying before. It's pretty simple. The thing is pretty much uncounterable. Unless you're, like, kind of like me in a way, that is at least somewhat decent with an explosive sniper, and shooting these things with an explosive sniper, you're probably not going to be able to kill this thing, unless you have another Oppressor Mark II on you. Even that's not guaranteed to work. The Stromberg will not fully work every time because the Oppressor Mark II has countermeasures. And a lot of people have their chaff countermeasure on there, and it will stop you from locking onto them at all, but they can still lock on. That is how ridiculous the Oppressor Mark II actually is. And it's such a small target, it's very hard to hit with the explosive sniper. Like, I can only do it a handful of times. And people used to spam this thing. Whenever they had an MC started up, they would just spam the Oppressor Mark II because they could just spawn it instantly with the MC menu. Now, Rockstar has put a 5-minute cooldown on the thing ever since. But that doesn't really change much, because now people are starting to get used to that cooldown, and they're starting to find new ways to spam it. I've seen these trash assholes spawn their fucking terabyte, and just keep going back to their fucking terabyte every time it gets blown up. What the hell are you guys doing? Use a fucking different vehicle. It's so hard. All this militarized shit that Rockstar keeps adding over these, has added over these years, has really led to a big problem in this community. But anyways, though, let's just continue. These Tryhards, these fucking Tryhards, don't make any sense. The majority of them, for some fucking reason, actually care about kill-death ratio. No one cares about kill-death ratio in this fucking game. Nobody. Go up to one person and ask them. Unless they're a tryhard, then go up to one person and ask them if they care about KD ratio. Unless they're a fucking tryhard, they're gonna say no, hell no. Why would I care about that in a fucking Grand Theft Auto game? Why is KD even in a Grand Theft Auto game is my question. That doesn't make any sense, Rockstar. Why is kill-death ratio in a Grand Theft Auto game? A game that is about running criminal business, making money, and then buying cool stuff with that money, being a successful criminal. It's a game about that, but we have kill-death ratio here. Sure. In team deathmatch or deathmatch in this game? Sure. That makes sense. That's normal. But in online, in free mode, no. No, not in fucking free mode. I don't get it. I don't. But it pisses me off, because these tryhards, and they just are so disappointing to fight. Because you go, they attack you, you go to fight them back, and they start blowing themselves up like dumbasses. It's literally to the point now where I just like message basically saying, okay, if you want me to, I can teach you how to use a RPG and a sticky bomb normally. Because you clearly can't use it yourself. Like, do you really need that? Like, because that's how disappointed I am with them. You know? They really are disappointing. But, like, a lot of these tryhards have no skill as well. And you wonder why people love the grinding community so much and not the fucking tryhard community. It's not just because it's not even because the fucking grinding community is peaceful. It's because of the fact that the grinding community somehow seem to have even more skill than the fucking tryhard community. And the grinding community are focused on making money and running business, while the fucking tryhard community are focused on the fighting aspect. And yet they have less skill than a grinder. It is sad. Fucking sad. Oh god, I'm getting pissed. But you see how pissed I get with tryhards? You see how pissed I get with fucking tryhards? Let's move on. Let's move the fuck on. Because there's more. There's fucking more to talk about here. So fucking secretive with everything that they do with this game. So honestly, this is something that's really getting on my fucking nerves. I'm so sick of Rockstar being so secretive on everything. And it's something that's really hurting the game as well, because the community have openly said many times that they would like Rockstar to not be so secretive. And Rockstar still do it anyway. It's like Rockstar just plain don't listen to their community. I mean, they're kind of listening in a way, but like people have said many times that they want stuff like the Oppressor Mark II removed or nerfed in some kind of way, and they have kind of done that with the 5-minute cooldown, but that's not enough. That is not anywhere near enough. We want a lowering in pricing, and then Rockstar add these fucking F1 cars that cost upwards of $3 million. Like, hopefully the next DLC will be good and everything, but I'm just not fully sure how much confidence I have in that at this point. And that's secretiveness. Like, it is so ridiculous. How hard is this? Hey guys, this is Rockstar Games letting you guys know that the next update is going to feature a new part of the map. Alright? We'll be adding this kind of car. We're going to be adding these cars to the game. Look at all these cars. And you'll have a picture of all the cars on the screen. And then, here's how much they're all going to cost. So start saving your money up for them so you guys can see how fast they are, because we're not going to leak that yet. We want you guys to figure that out. They can even do that and I'd be happy with that. Because then it would make them, well, interesting to look forward to. Like, oh man, I wonder how fast this thing's going to be. And hopefully they'll actually make them fucking worth it. Alright? I'd be fine with that. And honestly, how hard is that to do? How fucking hard? It's not hard. As far as I know, Rockstar used to do like live streams and stuff where they would explain like what they're going to add. What happened to that? Honestly, like, it's just straight up ridiculous that they're so fucking secretive. They don't, like, they don't tell us anything. We had to wait until the fucking PS5 trailer before Rockstar announced that they were releasing Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PS5. Like, they could have said that before. Like, they didn't even say anything about a lot of these updates until, like, the last second to save up for them. And it just pisses off the community. It's not a good thing. So, we have prices, tryhards, military vehicles being added way too much, and Rockstar's secretiveness. And one more thing too. And this is something that a lot of people have noticed over these years, or at least the last couple of months. As we've seen a lot of these glitches in this game. Rockstar only patch glitches that affect shark card sales, like money glitches and stuff like that. Now granted, I don't really agree with money glitches, but Rockstar, if you're gonna patch the money glitches, patch the other ones. You're gonna patch one type of glitch? No, just patch them all. We don't need any glitches in this game. Patch them all. Patch the shooting through walls glitch, patch the getting inside of walls glitch, patch the God mode speedo glitch, patch the God mode jet thing. Like, patch all the stupid shit. But no, they just patch the money glitches. They patch the elegy glitch. They patch the bargain problem glitch. And they patch, like, the fucking, I don't even know what it was, like the free ammo from the Hellbringer or some shit like that. That was up for like a fucking less than a week. They don't patch the right glitches. They patch money glitches, but they don't patch anything else. It's getting ridiculous. Rockstar, I've said it once and I'll say it again. If you're gonna patch glitches, patch them all. End of story. Just patch them all. Not just one certain type of glitch that affects your greedy fucking shark card sales that nobody's gonna buy. But yeah. So I've covered a lot of stuff here today, and I said before that all this stuff would factor into a larger problem. As I said before about like the Tryhards, Take-Two Interactive, and Rockstar. Didn't even mention Take-Two Interactive because it's not just them, it's mostly Rockstar. Even though Take-Two is the ones that are telling Rockstar what to do, both responsible for this. But all of this stuff, the fucking prices going up ridiculously, the Tryhards, Rockstar being secretive, and patching the wrong glitches, and all this other bullshit, adding all these vehicles to the game that are not even really worth their price. Like, all that stuff equates to the game being less fun and less enjoyable to play. That is what I believe is ruining GTA 5 Online. It's the fact that all this shit combines together to make the game less fun. All of the stuff I mentioned is what's ruining GTA 5 Online. And all of that combined into one makes our biggest problem of all. And that is the game is becoming less fun. This game is not what it used to be. It used to be one of the most amazing games of all time, but now it's gone to shit. It's gone to shit because of a lot of things. It's not just the Oppressor Mark II. It's not just the fucking Tryhard. It's not just Rockstar. It's everything. And I'm gonna hate to see I'm gonna hate to see the day that Rockstar becomes so fucking greedy and they just don't do anything with their game, and they go out of business because they just didn't do anything. And all these problems are still in their game, and that leaves nobody buying it. I'm gonna hate to see that day because I would know that Rockstar could have had a lot of potential, and they did, and they just didn't use it. Oh, and one more thing too, the lack of a new title. I get that making GTA, I get that making these GTA games takes a lot of time, but come on, man. We've waited 7 fucking years, and then you tell us you're gonna release GTA 5 on the PS5? Kind of a disappointment, man. But honestly, though, I think I've said everything I want to here. if you guys agree with me and enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like. If you guys enjoy what I make, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video. And also, I hope that GTA 5 will get better. Hopefully this video can reach Rockstar in some way and they can understand what's wrong. Because honestly, I'm pissed off with this game. Pissed off with Rockstar, pissed off all these problems, and I would like to see them gone. That's all I have to say. Peace out, everybody.